What's happening? Just in case you thought I was having a schizophrenic brain fart about making baskets. You know what I'm saying? Here's a nice frickin'... This is one I'm working on right now, buddy. This is going to be my morel hunting basket, but alternatively, I got this going right here. I'm going to whip these little circles up right here in a pattern kind of like this. If you can see, that's like a 180 right there. Look, just keep going out and around in a circle like that till I make a basic shape of this, and then I'll further add some more binding material and weave in there for strength. And it's almost it appears that it's gonna have almost like a flower of life type of a pattern to it, dude. But basically, yeah, I freestyled this and whipped this up. My buddy was like, dude, you could make a boat out of that. I was like, dude, yeah, dude, this is like the basket that Moses went floating down the river in. You know what I'm saying? By the time I'm done with it, hopefully it's going to be that pimping. Dude, I actually know how to waterproof a basket too. Freaking, you got to like scrape the inner bark from a particular conifer type tree, because those produce a lot of resins and saps, right? And I just love that stuff. Use it in all kinds of different ways in the Indian experimentations, but in general, a lot of cultures used it in various ways, and I don't discriminate, and I take it all into consideration, buddy, and do my own experiments. And anyway, man, that thing is freaking awesome. But I'll give you a quick rundown on how I'm finish whipping on it. Let's see. See which way does it gotta go like this. There we go. So basically, I'm gonna take 2 pieces of bark. I made another video of bark extraction, so you can go and check that out. It's always like, share, subscribe, buddy. You know it. I shouldn't have to say it, but maybe I should start saying it, because I'll be dropping some real time stuff, man. Like, this is really been a benefit in my life, buddy. Like, you wouldn't believe, actually. This bushcraft and frickin' just doing stuff, man. Learning about how to process stuff and about what little secrets about nature. It's hiding stuff all the time on us in plain sight. If you know what you're looking at, man, you can decipher stuff out of seemingly imperceptible and imperceptible ways, man. It's weird. It's excellent, though. Excellent hobby. Never a bad investment to get reacquainted with your environment and with yourself, dude. Because look, in your discoveries, dude, you discover things about yourself, like how ignorant you were of certain things and how abundant certain resources are. But there's this artificial scarcity mindset that exists in society. Like, we're running out of sunlight, we're running out of water, we're running out of time, overpopulation, and it's a lot of that stuff is kind of whipped up and hyped and propped up. It's like, dude, they don't know the same blacksmithing processes that they used to do back in olden times, and the quality of their work was so much better, dude, than our. But you see this right here? See how look at this kung fu right here. Look. Crisscross them, and then got caught up here. This grapevine is such it's almost like Velcro, dude. That's what makes it so easy to start to weave a basket, because all you gotta do is get it loosely together by twisting. But then it comes a point where you start to bind it with some other materials, some cordage, and it all becomes one freaking unit after it gets solid. I love it. See, so I can totally understand this right here. Like, even the Kung Fu parable. Look, that's almost like stringing back a bow. Just get ready to hit it. It's pulling these strings right here. And supposedly, yeah, and weaving the baskets that gave the man much dexterity and finger strength and arm strength. Because yeah, I do have to use my muscles to bend this stuff, to yank it down out of trees, to bust it into a bundle to carry home. Freaking, I'm doing most of this stuff by foot these days. Because listen, I don't let nothing stop me, man. Even if I'm short on equipment, well, I just adapt and overcome until conditions become more favorable and I can do more with less, so to speak. But for now, it's like, look, for now, frick it. Keep it moving, buddy. Defeat starts in the mind, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and plus I do get this kind of ingenuity, dude, and this entrepreneur pioneering spirit, dude, out of doing this stuff. Like, this is really an empowering and enlightening and therapeutic and much peace. And look, a lot of people like the stuff that I make and they freaking compliment it, and it feels good, man. I must admit. And that's the thing, dude. I love to see people like shocked too. It's freaking interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, really crack someone's, blow their mind, so to speak. Like, but in a good way, not the traditional kind of, ha ha ha, you're gonna have a midlife crisis now when you find out the truth, buddy. And the truth is, yeah, we've been lied to, and we've been deceived, and we've been tricked. And they've robbed our inheritance to some extent. And that's, you know, for man to, you know, frickin' utilize what's out there, what was provided for us, you know, by the Creator. And learn, you know, how to use it for survival, man. And thou shalt not want, right? And ain't that what the scripture says, right? And look, dude, when you start learning stuff like this, you really be looking at yourself like, duh, man, dang, dude. They had me so freaking blind by materialism and in this freaking matrix style of thinking of artificial scarcity and desperation and competition. And it's like there's plenty enough for everybody, really, dude. It's just we've been blinded to what true wealth and prosperity and meaning and purpose and all that stuff is, dude. I'm telling you. Telling you, buddy. It's all good, though. Look. In due time, man, people will see. It's like you gotta find those treasures that were abandoned by the trail side, man. That's that knowledge, dude. That I don't need to take this basket with me because I can just basically be dropped off anywhere in the woods and whip up a basket now from just a modification of this very process right here. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to. Got a friend I want to take on a picnic, and so I think that's would be pretty pimp to have a picnic basket. You know what I'm saying? Especially one I made. I mean, I don't know, man. Some people might say you're narking out, Chris. But, you know, like Kid Rock says, you know, it ain't talking shit, dude, if you can back it up, dude. So, I really do this stuff here. I just don't talk about it. I just don't theorize about it and, like, be all up in my imagination about it. I use my imagination, though, before I create the product, the craft, right? But it's a very controlled usage of my imagination. It's like a mechanical style, like I'm trying to like engineer in the frickin' in my head, in my mind before I actually do the thing. And I look at the materials and I try to gauge it up and take a, you know, just take a basic reading. And then, you know, start going from there, man. It's like, dude, seriously, you gotta bust eggs to make omelets, man. You gotta freaking whip them eggs to get scrambled eggs, man. So, you know, pussyfooting around about it ain't gonna get you where you need it, where you want to go. So might as well just go ahead and just start working at it, dude. Even if you go wrong, man, just reset, try it again. Ooh. Well, I'll hook through this one. Twist it one more time. Round like that. And this one, twist them again. And I do find it therapeutic also while working to think aloud, where you're not having a conversation with yourself. Like I at work, I'll walk around and mumble the instructions and the numbers so I don't forget. So it's like, might seem like, yeah, that person's loopy. But no, it's just if you use your common sense and logic about it, it makes a lot more sense than just, see, if people just assume a lot, man, they're prejudiced, and they got an evil eye, man, and it's darkened the way they see things, so they always see the worst out of something, because that's just evidence of the fear-mongering and the programming that it's, you can be possessed by an emotion like fear. You know what I'm saying? You really can, and it can totally, like, hijack your entire personality. Because, I mean, like, literally what it's doing is really, like, regulating and modulating your hormones inside of yourself. And it's resonating, orientating you to a lower vibration if you live in that state for long enough. And it starts to deplete your, like, your adrenaline, your endorphins, your dopamine, where you can't even, like, basically you can't even get it up anymore, in a way, man, so to speak, dude. I mean, they just freaking totally robbed it from you, dude. And you didn't even know it was gone yet. But yeah, awareness, dude. Being aware, having that positive self-dialogue helps you avoid such things. Where it's like, man, dude, you sound just like your parents right now, man. When you're talking about, when you're complaining and just being all scared, being all scary. You know what I'm saying? And I understand how some people get in that state, dude. It's just they're replaying the tapes. They ain't learned that to shut off the tapes yet, erase the tapes. Or, look, it's kind of like back in the day, dude, like with VHS, and yeah. Sometimes you gotta record over that tape, man. Get rid of it. But look, sometimes, for brief seconds, some of the old tape kind of still plays through sometimes on the new record over. So that's kind of how the tapes of our brain work as well. So you got to reprogram them. It's got to be deliberate. And I mean, just by understanding that and accepting that and acknowledging it and diagnosing the problems and and figuring out a strategy to overcome it is part of the process. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get that far, you're already done most of the freaking work, man. The hard stuff. But just going back through and processing it all now correctly, because there's a right and a wrong way to do everything. You know what I mean? But anyway, yep. See, it's just like with jogging. Just for some reason, once I get in the flow and